Hudson was certain that the pompous rabbit of a vice-chancellor was mixed up in it somehow.
I gather you've been thinking of leaving Oxford. Oxford's an anchor, you know, Dodson. Without it, you may be battered by the four winds. I should be very sad indeed to think of your drifting away without once stopping to think how in the world you could ever get back again. But perhaps you don't feel like that.
Oh, yes, I do.
Or are the children becoming tiresome?
On the contrary. I don't want to leave Oxford. Only...
Only?
Nothing ever changes here.
If it did, it wouldn't be Oxford any longer. Great Tom, for example. I gather you'd suggest some change there. You know it was a gift from Charles II.
Charles II hasn't personally been disturbed by it since 1685.
You consider it a noisy nuisance?
Well, everyone does. Everyone says so in private.
And we haven't the courage to tell the sovereign.
Exactly, sir. And I think somebody should, after 200 years.
Very well, then. You tell her yourself when she visits us next week.
What is the dean's name?
Dr. Liddell.
Dr. Liddell.
He has three little girls, Lorena, Edith, and Alice.
Lorena, Edith, and Alice.
He writes Greek lexicons and has a collection of incunabula in his library.
Incunabula?
Old books.
Des incunables.
Nervous, Johnson?
Not a bit, sir.
Liddell. Mrs. Liddell wishes you to come at once. Most important. It concerns the arrangement of the tubs. And by the way, I think it would be more orderly if the children remained in their rooms.
Alice was to stay in her room. Alice Liddell wouldn't have dared even to think of defying her father. She knew the rules for a well-bred Victorian young lady, but there was no rule to prevent her from wishing.
Parfaitement que lorsque Guillaume III nous lui portâmes un toast en grec. C'était Guillaume IV. Et il y avait déjà des tartes, parfaitement. Mais comment le savez-vous? Vous étiez trop jeune. Et comme je disais non lorsque nous
Your children, sir, they'll be dreadfully disappointed not being present. If they promise faithfully to behave...
No, impossible, Dodson. They'll have to stay in their rooms. But don't worry, they'll have an excellent view of the proceedings.
Dodson had to make amends to Alice somehow. I say, Dodson, if what I hear is true, our ears will be grateful to you.
I've suffered from that bell for 18 years.
Do I have to stay in my room? Do I?
The Vice-Chancellor says so.
But I want to see the Queen.
Hello, Dinah.
Dinah wants to see her too.
Oh, that would never do.
A cat may look at a queen, told me that yourself.
Merely a figure of speech. And I'm sure I said, at a king.
Oh, I'll never believe you again. You're not my friend.
That being the case, I'll take this back.
You stole it. You stole one of the Queen's tarts. Cherry.
Majesty and Your Royal Highness, Christchurch is privileged to welcome you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
May I present the Dean, Dr. Little?
How do you do? And how are Lorena, Edith, and Alice, Dr. Little?
Very well, thank you, ma'am. I am honored that Your Majesty shows an interest in my children. May I present Mr. Smith of the Faculty Literary Humaniores? Our lecturer in mathematics, Mr. Charles Dodson.
Otherwise known as Lewis Carroll. I've read some of your verse in the Illustrated News. Charming, perfectly charming. And what is the subject of your latest poem?
Ma'am, it concerns tradition. It's a poem about the bell. Our bell of Christchurch. Great Tom.
Yes, that magnificent bell. It is stimulating to know that come what may, Great Tom will ring throughout the ages. Most impressive.
It is impressive, isn't it?
Most impressive. Come to think of it, nothing quite so impressive in the whole university as the voice of Great Tom, is there?
It's been most impressive.
The challenge had come, and Dodson had not met it. Should I have said something, or shouldn't I?
Will honor us a tea?
Ah, tea. We shall be very pleased. And after that, we should like to go to the library and see your collection of incunabula.
Should I? Shouldn't I? The queerest thoughts danced through Dodson's mind. Will you walk a little faster, said the whiting to the snail. There's a porpoise close behind us, and he's treading on my tail. See how eagerly the lobsters and the turtles all advance. Will you, won't you, will you, won't you join the dance? But Dodson felt too ill at ease to join the Queen's tea party. Unobserved, he stole away.
Isn't this better? No formality, no grown-ups eating everything. And you'll see the Queen's carriage straight ahead of you as it drives back across the bridge.
The Queen herself is still at the house.
Yes, but in the library. We've seen the library dozens of times.
Not with the Queen in it.
Precisely. That's why I couldn't possibly tell you a story there.
Story?
A story about a little girl named Alice.
I don't want to hear it. What does Alice do?
She visits a strange land where strange people do strange things. All right, I won't tell it.
Yes, tell it, tell it. No.
The eyes apparently have it.
Then I hope there's some animals in it. And nonsense.
What could be pleasanter? Very well, it happened like this. Alice was beginning to get very tired of sitting by her sister on the bank and of having nothing to do.
Alice commençait à en avoir assez d'être assise sur la rive à côté de sa sœur. Une fois ou deux, elle avait jeté un coup d'œil sur le livre, mais c'était un livre sans image.
lire un livre
Songez à Alice.
qui n'a même pas d'image en couleur.
Quand tout à coup...
Suddenly, a white rabbit with pink eyes ran close by her.
Mon Dieu, je vais être en retard.
Running with curiosity, she ran after it. And was just in time to see it pop down a large rabbit hole.
Either this well is very deep, or I'm falling very slowly. Well, after such a fall as this, I shall think nothing of falling downstairs. How brave they'll all think me at home. Why, I wouldn't say anything about it even if I fell off the top of the house. I wonder how many miles I've fallen by this time. I wonder what latitude or longitude I've got to. I must be getting somewhere near the center of the earth. Curiouser and curiouser.
Oh, my ears and whiskers, how late it is getting. What will the Queen say?
much too big. I wish I could shut up like a telescope. It's all very well to say drink me, but I've heard that if you drink from a bottle marked poison, it's almost certain to disagree with you sooner or later. This bottle is not marked poison. It tastes like a mixture of cherry tart, custard, pineapple, toffee, roast turkey, and hot buttered toast. What a queer feeling. I must be shutting up like a telescope. Now I'm just the right size for going into that lovely garden. I can't be more than 10 inches high. Eat me. Smaller or taller? Which way am I going to grow now? Ouch! Doesn't seem to be there yet. I'm so big. I changed so. I must be 9 feet tall.
Oh, my ears and whiskers.
If you please, sir. profondo, comme une chandelle. I'm getting smaller and smaller again. Why, it's the fan! It's salty. I must have fallen into the sea. This isn't the sea. It's the tears I wept when I was so big. I wish I hadn't cried so much.
Outrageous.
A mouse. Oh, mouse, do you know the way of getting out of this pool? I'm so very tired of swimming.
A girl. Don't forget at me. Do something, somebody.
Please, mouse, don't be afraid. I won't hurt you. I love animals dearly.
You do?
I love Dinah, and she's an animal. Such a dear, quiet thing. And she sits so nicely by the fire purring.
How picturesque. How very picturesque. By the fire, purring. Purring? Did you say purring?
Yes.
Purring. Dinah's a cat! Where am I? What happened?
Please come back. Don't be afraid of me.
Why shouldn't I be afraid of you? I've never heard of a girl in the middle of the ocean sitting on a bottle talking to a mouse.
Everything is getting curiouser and curiouser, and it's not the way I planned. Adventures all around me delight me and astound me in this topsy-turvy land. Curiouser and curiouser, I'm upside down, I'm downside up. It started early today. I felt like dancing on the ceiling, and I've a feeling I may. I'm upside down, I'm downside up. At last I'm having my way. The rules for what I own and daughter are unimportant today. Life was slow when low was low, and high was always high. Till I found the roof of the clouds, the sailor in the sky. I'm upside down, I'm downside up, as far as I can foresee. This most incredible, undeterminable wonderland will be upside down like you and me.
Child, what is the capital of London?
Paris.
And what is the capital of Paris?
Rome. No, that's wrong, I'm certain.
As wrong as possible.
But for the present, I'm afraid it'll have to do.
I'm upside down, I'm downside up, at last I'm having my way. The rules for what I own and gotten are unimportant today.
Life is sad when all you've had is everyday routine.
So instead I stand on my head, and what a change of scene.
You're upside down, you're downside up, and those who aren't as free, they say we're silly, but we're merry
How exasperating. I know I shall catch my death of cold.
What was that?
Through that wave.
Where did it come from?
Last tidal wave was 10 years ago.
It was a cloudburst.
A tidal wave.
Cloudburst.
Tidal wave.
The question is, how shall we get dry? Do I hear a motion? One at a time, please.
Why one at a time?
All at the same time goes faster.
We'll all speak when we please. One at a time. No. I'm coming up with speak this man for I'm not Gibson. There's those who will.
Order, please. The Committee on Floods and Tidal Waves will report. Now then, who turned on that flood?
None of us would have done it.
So unprecedented.
So undignified.
The obvious conclusion is it must have been done by a stranger.
Stranger.
How to get dry.
I'll soon make you dry enough. Are you all ready? This is the driest thing I know. William the Conqueror.
William the Conqueror.
Whose cause
was
favoured by the Pope.
favoured by the Pope.
Was soon submitted to by the English. Edwin and Morcar. The Earls of Mercia. And Northumbria. I beg your pardon. Did you speak?
Not now.
In that case, I move that the meeting adjourn for the immediate adoption of more energetic remedies.
Pour nous sécher, il n'y a qu'une course à l'assiette au beurre.
Qu'est-ce que c'est que ça qu'une course à l'assiette au beurre?
Attendez, nous allons vous montrer ça tout de suite. C'est très sportif. D'abord, je vais dessiner l'assiette. Maintenant, s'il vous plaît, tout le monde au départ.
Maria, what are you doing out here? Run home this moment and fetch me a pair of gloves and a fan. Quick now.
I'd better hurry before he finds out who I am. He must have taken me for his housekeeper. Queer it seems to be doing messages for a rabbit. What a lovely house. It's just right for a rabbit. If I grow any smaller, I shall disappear altogether. This must make me grow big.
Whatever can be keeping that girl?
Oh, my dear paws. Oh, my fur and whiskers. Where are you?
I'm here, Your Honor, digging for apples.
Digging for apples, indeed. Come here at once. What's that in the window?
It's an arm, Your Honor.
An arm, you goose? Whoever saw one that size?
It's an arm for all that.
Well, it's got no business there. Take it away. Do as I tell you, you cowards. No, no, no. Get me out of this. Now, quick. The ladder. Bring the large one. No, that ladder is too short.
Oh, dear. I wonder what they'll do. I wish I hadn't gone down that rabbit hole.
That's it, then. Now, then, it's down the chimney. Who is it to be? Volunteers! What shall I do?
Only one thing to do. Burn down the house.
No, 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 no! A pebble? Throw it, you coward.
Eat me. Oh, if only it makes me smaller.
Why these creatures chase after me so. I had to kick Bill a little, and I didn't mean to turn on that flood. Curious forest.
Où est-ce que je suis? C'est une forêt fantastique. Si je cherche assez longtemps, je vais peut-être trouver l'entrée du terrier et remonter sur la terre.
indeed.
Queenstown?
Who would dare?
I can't imagine. The outrageous.
The criminal classes.
Inadequate law. No sense of honor.
Call the guards. So unprecedented.
So undignified.
Unprecedented.
Undignified.
Unprecedented.
Undignified.
Obviously, it must have been a stranger.
And when that stranger is brought before the Queen, off with his head.
Is head.
Huh?
Look! A girl.
I told you she did it.
No, I told you.
Female criminal. And so young, too.
So young and yet so hard.
She doesn't look it.
If she were my daughter.
In the name of the Queen, forward.
Si seulement je pouvais reprendre ma taille normale. Je suppose qu'il faudrait que je mange ou que je boive quelque chose. Mais il reste à trouver quoi?
Curiouser and curiouser.
Who are you, madam?
I hardly know, sir, just at present.
Explain yourself.
I can't explain myself, sir, because I'm not myself, you see.
I don't see, not at all, ma'am.
I'm afraid I can't put it much more clearly. Being so many different sizes in a day is very confusing.
What size do you want to be?
Well, I should like to be a little larger, sir, if you don't mind. 3 inches is such a wretched height.
It's a very good height indeed. 3 inches. Wretched.
Oh, I wish you creatures wouldn't be so easily offended.
You? Who are you?
I don't know. I can't seem to remember things.
Can't seem to remember things. Recite, you are old, Father William.
You are old, Father William, the young man said, and your hair has become very white. And yet you incessantly stand on your head. Do you think at your age it is right? It is right.
In my youth, Father William replied to his son, I feared it might injure my brain. But now that I'm perfectly sure I have none, why I do it again and again.
You are old, said the youth. One would hardly suppose that your eye was as steady as ever. Yet you balanced an eel on the end of your nose. What makes you so awfully clever?
I have answered 3 questions, and that is enough, said his father. Don't give yourself airs. Do you think I can listen all day to such stuff? Be off, or I'll kick you downstairs. Be off, or I'll kick you downstairs. Trips with Then there's a fly in the wine. The first blames the second blames the third blames the fourth blames the fifth. It's someone's fault, not mine, and so on down the line. Although we all look similar, the difference lies in rank. For Bartlemy's a head of line, like a head of leg, and Tilling deserves a lot. We cling to all this protocol. It's small, but all we've got. So every fish in his place works by the time-worn design. The first works the second works the third works the fourth works the fifth, and so we all combine to all 99. The last one down the line, down the line.
For the Duchess, an invitation from the Queen to play croquet.
From the Queen, an invitation for the Duchess to play croquet.
We fish and yet we're footmen. We foot and yet we fish. Footmen. Fish. Footmen. Fish. Fish. Fish.
Those couldn't be the Queen's tarts, by any chance?
Please, sir, won't tell Her Majesty.
Tell her what? You didn't steal them. Haven't you heard? They were stolen by a stranger.
There's no sort of use in knocking, and that for two reasons. First, because I'm on the same side of the door as you are. Secondly, because they're making such a noise inside, no one could possibly hear you.
Perhaps you can tell me.
There might be some sense in your knocking if we had the door between us. For instance, if you were inside, you might knock and I could let you out, you know.
It's really dreadful the way all you creatures argue.
I shall sit here till tomorrow. Or next day, maybe.
How am I to get in?
Are you to get in at all? That's the first question, you know.
What am I to do?
Anything you like.
It's enough to drive one crazy.
Roughly to your little boy and beat him when he sneezes. The only
grinned. In fact, I didn't know that cats could grin.
You don't know much, and that's a fact. Once I was close to the Queen. Then she contrived my decline. At first I was second, and second I was third, and third I was fourth, and fourth I was fifth, like pearls before the wine. She cast me down the line. Why, oh, why did I ever box the Queen's ears? Now I'm under sentence of execution. It's too late, too late.
No, it's not too late. Look, she sent you this letter.
An invitation from the Queen to play croquet. I'm back in favor. Now I'm restored to the court. Now for the glory that's mine.
He is certainly using too much red pepper.
And so on the line.
The baby, the baby. I shall take you away with me. They're sure to kill you in a day or two. Don't grunt. That's not at all a proper way of expressing yourself. If you're going to turn into a pig, my dear, I'll have nothing more to do with you. Mind now. If he had grown up, he would have been a dreadfully ugly child. But he makes a rather handsome pig. Hello. Would you tell me, please, which way I ought to walk from here?
That depends a good deal where you want to go. In that direction lives a hatter, and in that direction lives a March hare. Visit either you like. They're both mad.
But I want to visit the Queen. I don't want to go among mad people.
Oh, you can't help that. We're all mad here. I'm mad. You're mad.
I'm mad?
You must be, or you wouldn't have come here.
Well, how do you know you're mad?
To begin with, a dog's not mad. You grant that?
I suppose so.
Well, then, a dog growls when it's angry and wags its tail when it's pleased. But I growl when I'm pleased and wag my tail when I'm angry. Therefore, I'm mad. Do you play croquet with the Queen today?
I should like to very much.
You'll see me there.
Curious and curious.
By the by, what became of the baby?
It turned into a pig.
I thought it would.
Let me see. The March hare lives that way.
Did you say pig or fig?
I said pig, and I wish you wouldn't keep appearing and vanishing so suddenly.
All right.
I've seen many a cat without a